One of the challenges that Apex players usually face is dropping 4K damage in this game. Today I'm going to tell you the only method that I'm 100% sure works to get the 4K badge, but to make it happen, you need to change your mentality. What mentality? I'm just about to tell you. By saying mentality, I mean most people think that when they want to drop 4K damage, they have to drop 20 bombs too. But to just let you know, you're just making your job harder, and the best way to get 4K and 20 bombs are to work on each of them separately. Let me elaborate on this with an example. As you see in this video, I dropped 4K damage but I only have 6 kills. I have another video in which I dropped 19 kills but I did only 2500 damage. What I'm trying to say is that you don't necessarily need to drop high kills to get the 4K badge. Another thing is when you want to drop high kills, you have to risk and engage in more fights and be close to your enemy, but when you just want to drop 4K damage, you only need to stay in mid or long range and only try to shoot people. This is why I'm saying you need to change your mind, because I mostly see people want to get 20 bombs 4K at the same time since it's two different goals. Another thing you need to have to make this method work is to have a good aim. It's okay if you're not good with the mechanic and the game's chemistry, but this method will work only for people who have a good aim. So the way you can drop 4K badge very quickly is to farm damage. But to make your chance higher, I need to tell you some tricks which help you to get in a better lobby and increase your chance to farm damage easier. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Hello everyone, my name is Damien and welcome back with another video. If you're new into my channel and enjoyed the content, don't forget to follow me, which helps me make more content. So in order to farm damage easily, it's very important you choose the right map. So this is why I highly recommend you choose Olampyse to get this job done, because this map is designed to have more open field areas and players mostly stay at mid-range distances to fight each other. The first tip is you need to have a friend with you. The reason is when you have a friend, he can be around to make sure if anything goes wrong, he is there to help you. In this video, you see that even at the end of the game, because I'm out of ammo, we switch our guns and I keep farming on the last squad. But if it was a random guy, probably he wouldn't have done it and he probably was going to kill the squad without even letting me to farm any damage. This is why I highly recommend you to have a friend with you to help you farm damage on people. The other reason is if you play with a random guy, they would never sit back and let you farm the game because they want to have fun and they are probably either going to push squads or play alone, which makes it impossible for you to farm any damage. The second tip I'm going to give you is to play duo mode. The reason is that playing duos usually puts you in a better lobby and there are more squads in game that help you to find a bad team, and in this case you can farm damage on them easily. Okay, now to make your chance higher, you need to make sure that you get into the right lobby. What I mean by saying the right lobby is you need to find a lobby where more people are no experience and they play less aggressively. Then this can make your chance higher to survive more in game and do more damage. The issue with the lobby with the experienced player is that when there are good players in your game, they play so aggressively and they don't let you stay in mid or long range to farm damage. This is why it's always good to see what badges the champion team has, because from their status you can guess if you are in a lobby that there are good players or not. So in order to get into a better lobby, you need to choose duo mode, then play early morning. In my experience in all regions, playing morning puts you in an easier lobby because usually pro gamers play at night and late nights, and for a day they are either sleeping or they are working. This is why I'm saying this method will work 100%, because if you just find the right lobby and have a friend with you, you can just go to the game and farm damage on people easily. As you can see here, I have only 2k damage and there is only one squad left. As soon as I realized they are passive and want to make sure that they are going to win the game, I realized they might not be very good, so I started farming damage on them. This is why I'm telling you the most videos around YouTube, people say you need to drop hot to get 4k damage, but in my opinion it's not very important. You can drop hot and make sure to get some good damage early, but even if you don't, as long as you're in the right lobby, you can find people and try to farm damage on them. Another thing I see other YouTubers mention is to try to kill the guy who is knocked to get extra 100 damage, which is totally wrong. Let me explain to you why. The concept of getting extra 100 damage from a down guy is true, but it's not a good choice always to end the down guy. Why? Let me give you an example. Imagine you're fighting a squad and you realize that these guys are not very good and you have an opportunity to farm so much damage on them. If you knock one of them by accident, just let them revive, then you keep farming more damage on them. This is why why I'm saying it's not always good to end the down guy unless it's early game and you are in hot drop, because when you are in hot drop there are so many people around and you just want to get as much damage as you can. So in that case it's okay to end people, but if you're fighting only one squad, if you get a knock, just let them revive and keep farming more damage on them. These small tips are the only true way to help you out, and you really need to consider all if you really want to draw 4K badge in this game. The next tip I want to give you, and this is very important, is your loadout. For this method, you need to make sure that you have 2 guns for mid and long range, because having SMG or shotguns forces you to have close range fights, and as you know by now, you just want to stay in mid range and only farm damage on players. This is why earlier I said it's very important to have a good aim, because for this method you need to pick 2 rifles or LMGs, which requires having a good aim to help you stay in mid and long range to farm damage. I highly recommend you to get either 2 assault rifles or 1 rifle and 1 LMG. Okay, the last tip I'm going to give you is to realize your enemy is good or bad by their legends. Let me give you an example. If you queue with your friend, it should put you in a lobby where most people are together. If you get in a fight with a team that they're running 2 passive legends, you can realize that this team might not be good, and this is the best opportunity to farm damage on them. A team with Wraith, Octane, Pathfinder or Ash can give you this information that this team might play aggressively, so this is not a good team to play around with. So in this case, either kill them quickly, or if they're running, don't chase them hard, because you might get into another squad which can make your situation risky. This is why realizing what legends your enemy squad is running is very important, because you can see if it's a good opportunity to farm some damage or not. Don't forget that the last squad is always your best chance to farm damage, because there is no more squad and you can just shoot your opponent easily without being worried about getting a third party. So let's review one more time before we end this video today. The best way to drop 4K badge is to farm damage, but to make sure you can farm, you should make your chance higher with some factors. One is to play with a friend in duo lobby. Second is you should play early morning or in a server that the time zone is morning to make sure you avoid playing against good players. 3 is to consider playing in Olampyse or Storm Point, because in these 2 maps there are more open fields, which helps you stay in mid and long range distances to farm damage easily. The next is having a good loadout to allow you to stay in mid-range and keep farming damage on your opponents. And last is to find out what is your opponent's legend, so you can decide if you should keep farming damage on them or just let them go. Do not forget that the last squad in-game is the best opportunity for you to farm damage, especially if they're running passive legends. I promise you that if you consider these factors, you can drop your first 4K badge easily after a few tries. I really hope this video helped you out, and please, if you're new to my channel and enjoyed the content, make sure to follow me, which helps me tons to make more content. And last but not least, do not forget to comment below and let me know your thoughts and what you want me to make for the upcoming videos. Have a great day and see you guys in the next video.